Hello, everyone. It is Stephanie. We are continuing our English class, and today this is Wednesday, April 8th. We are in Unit 7 and we are on page 89. We continue with Lesson C and we're practicing using the superlative form of adjectives. Okay, so we are now on page 89. So let's look at page 89 for a moment. And I want to go over some of the things that we see in that picture on page 89. So let's just call out some of the things that we see. And I am pretending that I can hear you. All right, so we see stores, don't we? We see lots of stores. We see some clothing stores. Okay, what else do we see? Yes, we see people with shopping bags. See the man in the green shirt? He's holding a shopping bag. So we'll say we see people with shopping bags. How about that? People with shopping bags. And when you have several stores all together in one place, you call that a shopping mall. So we'll say this is a shopping mall. We see clothing stores in the shopping mall. Okay, what else do we see? On the left side of the picture there, let's see, can you see it? Yeah, there we go. There's a tree right there. The lady has a purse on her shoulder. All right, so we're just calling out everything that we see in this picture. So we see people with shopping bags. Shopping bags. I left that off. Okay. So we see clothing stores. We see people with shopping bags. We see a shopping mall because that's where the group of stores are. We see a tree. The lady has a purse on her shoulder. What else? Do we see a child in front of the mega store? There is a woman holding a child's hand. So we see a child. Okay. Okay, so I think that's good. Shopping bags, shoppers. Ah, one more thing. The lady in the green skirt, the lady that's standing with the man, what does she have on her eyes? Because they're dark, I'll say shades instead of glasses. Glasses is the eyewear that you wear to help you see better. You call them shades or sunglasses when the glass is tinted a darker color. So we'll say the lady is wearing shades instead of sunglasses. I mean, she's wearing shades instead of eyeglasses. So sunglasses or shades. Same thing. Sunglasses and shades are the same thing. Just like a secondhand store and a thrift store is the same thing. Okay, so I think that's good. All right, so in this lesson, we're going to talk about superlatives. Okay? All right, so let's look at exercise 2B. All right, so 2B, it says write. Complete the conversation, use superlatives. All right, so A is done for us. So we have three stores here. Before we get started with this, we've got three stores right in front of us. We got Madison's, which with looking from the window, there's people standing like models. So that's a clothing store. Next to that, we have Cleo's Boutique, and there's a lady standing there modeling probably a mannequin. And you know what a mannequin is? Let's see. I'm gonna write that for you. I think that's how you spell mannequin. That's how you spell it, but it's pronounced mannequin with a mannequin. And that's what you call it's like the dummies in the clothing stores that they have the clothes hanging on, the form that looks like a person. They call that a mannequin. Okay, so that's a mannequin wearing a dress in Cleo's boutique. And then the next store is called a mega store. So that store probably sells, it might be like a Walmart where they sell clothes and a lot of other things. Okay, so we're going to complete the conversations and we're going to use the superlative form of the adjective that's on the line. All right, so A, this is the newest shopping mall in the city. It's great. So the newest. Newest is the superlative of new. It's new, newer, newest. Okay, because we're comparing several different shopping malls in the city. All right. B, where's the best place to buy clothes? So good is the adjective for number 2, and we're looking for the superlative form of good. And remember, good, that adjective, the comparative is better, and the superlative is the best. So, where's the best place to buy clothes? Because we're comparing more than 2 stores, okay? All right, so A, the next A. Well, there are 3 clothing stores. Mega store is, the adjective is big, so what would be the superlative? The biggest. So mega store is the biggest one. So number 3 is the biggest. It usually has the lowest prices, but it's the most crowded. So I never go there. That's like Walmart for me. It's always so crowded, and I never go there for that reason. All right, so number 4 is the lowest. That's the superlative of low. So it's low, lower, the lowest. And then for crowded, it's crowded, more crowded, and the most crowded. B, what about Cleo's boutique? A, Cleo's boutique is the beautifulest store, right? No, it's the most beautiful because beautiful, that's 3 syllables. And if you look back at the chart on page 88, it says 2 or more syllables in the adjective. For the superlative form, you use the most in front of that adjective. So it would be Cleo's boutique is the most beautiful store. It's nice, but it's the most expensive. Expensive, 3 syllables, just like beautiful. So you put the most in front of the adjective. All right. What about Madison's? A, well, it's the smallest, but my favorite. It has the nicest clothes and the friendliest salespeople. Friendly, 2 syllables. Let's see what the grammar chart says. Friendly. And page 88, 2 or more syllables. Use the most. That's why it's the most. Oh, friendly. Oh, I'm sorry. Because that ends in Y. We use the other rule. So, oops, my bad. So friendly ending in Y. So you change the Y to IER for the comparative. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong chart. Sorry. Ends in Y. Change the Y to IER. Let's see here. It has the nicest clothes and the friendliest salespeople. Look, Madison's is having a big sale. Let's go. All right, so let's see. All right, so let's see. Where do we go now? Okay, yes. So friendly ends in Y and has 2 syllables. Friendliest. So you change the Y. To use the and change the Y. Look at there. This table does not match the rule. I tell you, I find errors in this book all the time. Okay. All right, so let me just go back over 9 and 10. It has the nicest and the friendliest salespeople. Okay, those are the correct answers. Okay, everyone, I had to pause for a moment because I realized when I was doing this last lesson on page 89, when I looked back at the grammar chart on page 88 for the superlatives, the rule in the chart is wrong. I taught page 88 correctly. I taught the lesson right, but I just realized that the book is wrong. Now, you guys know from time to time I find errors in this book. So on page 88, go back to that page for me for one moment and look at the grammar chart for the superlatives. So the middle column where it says superlative, go down to the bottom box where it says use the and change the Y to IER. That's actually the comparative rule. You would change the Y to IER. For the superlative, you change the Y to IEST so that you have the heaviest, the prettiest. So change your book on page 88 in the superlative column right down here. Let's see, can you see that? No, you can't see that very good. Okay, so just look at page 88, the middle column with the heading superlative. At the bottom, it says use the and change Y to IER. Just scratch through IER and put IEST. Okay, that's what that should be. So it kind of threw me off a little bit when I looked back at that page when I was working on 89. So I apologize for that. Okay, so I just want to go back to 9 and 10 one more time because I think I may have confused you just a little. Okay, so 9, nice is the nicest. That's the superlative. And the friendliest salespeople. So number 10 is you change the Y to IEST and you add THE in front of it. So it's the friendliest salespeople. That's the comparative of friendly. All right, so we're over that. So now we're going to, it says listen and check your answers, but we just did that. I read it to you so that you can check your answers. So we will move on to exercise 3. So exercise 3 says communicate. Talk in a group, ask and answer the questions about places in your community. All right, so once again, I'm going to be your group. So, number 1 says, which clothing store is the biggest? So, for our community, we all live in Duluth or Suwanee area, maybe Lawrenceville. The clothing store that is the biggest in our area, what do you think? Macy's, maybe? Or Penny's? One of the, no, but actually, yeah, Macy's is a clothing store. It's really a department store because they sell more than clothes, but they're also a clothing store. So which clothing store is the biggest? I would say probably Macy's. Number 2, which clothing store has the lowest prices? Now that is a matter of opinion. There's no correct answer for that, but I personally think Burlington or TJ Maxx has the very best deals on clothing. Last year, I found all my kids' school clothes at Burlington. Okay, number 3. Which supermarket is the cheapest? What you guys think? It depends on what you're looking for. I think every store has their items, there are the best price. But overall, in my opinion, I think I think Aldi or Kroger has the best prices for the supermarkets. So that would be the cheapest because we're comparing more than 2 supermarkets, right? We're comparing actually, yeah, more than 2 because we're comparing Aldi and Kroger and Publix and Namdaman and AC Market and Super H Mart and City Farmers Market. We have so many options. Remember that word options, which is the same as what? Choices. That's right. So we have so many options in our area for where we can shop at a supermarket. So we would definitely want to use the superlative form for cheap, which is cheapest. All right. And then finally, number 4, which restaurant is the best? Oh my gosh. There are so many restaurants to choose from. And that depends on what kind of food. We could say, what's the best seafood restaurant? What's the best Chinese restaurant? What's the best Korean restaurant? What's the best hamburger joint? There's so many places. But overall, if you wanted to pick one restaurant that was the very best, everybody has a different opinion. So I will give my opinion, which is, I don't know. The best that I've been to recently, I would say, is probably Chili's. I really enjoyed my meal at Chili's, and we got good service. So I'll say Chili's is the best restaurant. But we all have different opinions about that. Remember that word opinion? That might be a good word to write in your notebook. Where's my pen? Okay, opinion, opinion. And you pronounce it opinion. That's how it's spelled. That's how it sounds. Opinion. An opinion is just what you think. There's not a right or wrong. Everyone has a different opinion about what's pretty, what's ugly, and what's the best tasting food. So, all right. So, that I think is all we need to go over for page 89, but let me just make sure. Okay, well, let's review one more time the two lessons that we've gone over. Um, just real quick. All right, I'm going to do one quick little review for you, okay? All right, let's see here. Okay, so we have A, B, C on the board. Which letter is the smallest? And I hope you can see that. Out of these three letters, A, B, and C, which letter is the smallest? Yes, the B is the smallest. And we use the superlative form because we're comparing three letters. We're comparing the A, the B, and the C. All right. How about this? I'm going to put 3 price tags up here, right? See that? Okay, so these are price tags. Okay, so we have 3 price tags. I hope you can see them. This one is $2.99. This one is $5. And this one is $7.85. So this price tag is A, price tag B, and price tag C. Okay? $2.99 is A, $5 is B, and $7.85 is C. Which price tag is the cheapest? Yep, A, because it's $2.99. Which price tag is the most expensive? C, because it's $7.85. Correct. So that's all. Those were all us selecting the superlative form. All right, so that was our final practice. Okay, I think that's it. So we are done with page 89. Woohoo! Thank you so much for your time and your attention. And don't forget to leave me a comment. And it can be thumbs up, it can be great, or you can let me know something that you didn't understand or something that you need me to do different so that each time we do this, I can make it better and better for you. Okay? All right. Have a great day. Bye.